Hey, are you 6 feet away? Eh, I'll step back. Alright. Probably couldn't hear me with that on anyway. Well, this is an intro to the chalk it up topic of chalk. Sounds redundant. So get your mask on. You're about to hear some chalk talk. Alright, so it starts with this. I have this binder right here. Got it at Staples. It has plastic sleeves. Actually, I did both of these. I did part of the Statue of Liberty and I did Kiss. And whether I did them exactly the way you see them here, no, of course not. And that's part of one thing I would say is that if you're going to do this and you're trying to duplicate something, do your own version of it, or unless you're really, really good, you're never going to be satisfied. The first thing I do is I look at the weather. Can't predict the weather, but somebody tries. Ideally, what I want is right after it's rained, the next day, when everything's dried out, if there's no forecasted rain for at least 3 days. First of all, what I do, blow the area with a leaf blower. You want to do that because I discovered trying to draw over dirt doesn't work, and the street is dirty and your driveway is dirty, so clear it. I store everything in these, this is a fishing tackle box I got from Dick's Sporting Goods. It has 4 pull-out drawers with the chalk. Separating it. Also has a compartment on the top where I keep wipes, because you will need to wipe your hands. Right? Really cheap disposable gloves for when you're using stuff like black and very intense pigments. I strongly recommend that. And the reason the cheap gloves, no matter what glove you use, when you get too close to the ground and you scrape the ground, the glove is going to rip. I don't care what glove it is. This for mistakes, it's water with a rag. These are my Eternity Arts chalk, which are the expensive ones, and Prang is in there too. And these are my little chalks, the small guys. Water. Okay, and you should have a table. Use a towel. I kneel on this. I'm in the street. I was actually kneeling without it for a while with shorts. Don't do that. You can use knee pads, you know. You don't really know, especially like that color. That's a very light purple. I actually thought it was gray at one time. In fact, this color and this color aren't the same. They're really close. It's probably hard to tell. But even looking at this is not what it's going to look like when you go like that on the street. So find an inconspicuous area on the side somewhere and just make a little nick and look at that color. Don't test it out where you're working. Right? 2x4. I've used this for quite some time. You can see I made some marks on it too, you know, with a tape measure. It's good, but the problem with it is that when you make your line, if you're using something like black, it's going to get on there. And then if you go to use another color, you're scraping the black. So, number one, you got to wash this thing after you're done with it. 2, I think I'm going to switch to a 4-foot level, or use that in addition to this. It's because a 4-foot level, it's metal, and you could just wipe it with a baby wipe. So far, to make smaller circles, you can use that. It's a flower pot, if you happen to have one. It's an outdoor flower pot with no flower in it. Very intense pigments. It could rain for days. The black, some of the other colors, but especially the black, it's not going away. It'll fade a lot, but it won't go away. You need to power wash it. Even when you power wash, you're going to see, and it's not really the chalk you're seeing. What you're seeing is the fact that you washed part of your driveway or street and not the other. Thanks very much for watching the video. Hope you got something out of it. This has been Chalk Talk.